2, 3.
Okay, we're ready.
Oh, hello everybody. It is I, Taryag, the angel of sleep. Rabbi Dennis has asked me to fill in teaching this week's DIY Judaism. This DIY Judaism is brought to you by Jewish Pillows. Jewish Pillows, because you know your daughter-in-law will never be good enough. I'm here to talk to you about a very simple, but I think lovely Jewish spiritual practice, which is to say the Shema as you go to bed. It's called Kriyat Shema al Hamitah, which has a lovely sound to it, doesn't it? And it is the custom of saying the Shema when you go to bed. So, why am I here to talk to you about this? As I said, I'm the angel of sleep. Yes, I know. I don't look like an angel. What were you expecting? Were you expecting wings? Were you expecting glorious lights? No. The angel of sleep comes the way you would expect him to, in the visage, the manifestation of a sheep, right? Because we've learned counting sheep is the way we go to sleep. And in fact, my sheep count number is 613, which means that if you see me as you're counting your way to sleep, you're not doing it right. What we need to go to sleep is to be able to relax with confidence, to close our eyes without fear, to feel that we are secure and that in the morning the world will be bright again. Nighttime fills us with anxiety, not necessarily because we think that there are ghosts and ghouls and imps running around out there, though I can tell you there are. But really the issue is our own mind, right? We spend all of our time running around during the day, concentrating all the things going on around us, and when we get to the nighttime, our brain may not be ready to shut down. Rather, it starts reviewing all the things that have happened to us. So we worry, we fret, we think. It's the Jewish way of doing things. So what we need is a personal spiritual practice that would help us relax, be able to close our eyes and sleep. The tradition teaches that in fact, what you need to do is recite the Shema. Now this comes directly out of God's Torah. We are told that we should recite the Shema when we lie down and when we rise up, twice a day. Now, whenever you go to a traditional service or a reform service or a conservative service, they'll always say the Shema. Morning service will say the Shema. You've done it. Evening service will say the Shema. You've done it. But regardless of whether you are with your community or not, you are to say the Shema. And the sages taught us that we should say the Shema as we are preparing to go to sleep. It's a spiritual practice that allows us to relax. Many of us may in fact have taught our children how to say the Shema at bedtime. What's good for them is good for us. So I, the angel of sleep, am here to explain to you the spiritual practice of saying the Shema. Now, the simplest thing you can do is simply say the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kavod, Malchuto Le'olam Vayed. It's very simple, very short, but actually we're supposed to continue because the V'ahavta is considered part of the Shema. So we continue with V'ahavta Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha. Actually, neurologically speaking, reciting poems and songs and memorized material is a relaxing exercise. So just doing that will start setting you on the right path to sleep, to a sense of security. And so if you want to begin, just begin with the Shema and V'ahavta that you've learned since childhood. However, it is more elaborate. as we know, the sages never think that good enough is enough, and so we have added many things to it. If you wish, you can do an entire little mini service, as found within the Orthodox prayer book. In this prayer book, Kriyat Shema al Hamitah goes on for about a dozen prayers. That may be a little OCD for most of us. And I'm not necessarily recommending that. So how could I simply expand my bedtime Shema in a way that will be meaningful to me? The obvious choice is one that is in fact preserved here in the Orthodox tradition, but is also part of Reform liturgy, and that is Hashkivenu. Let us lie down in peace and let us rise up to life renewed. This poem, which we recite as liturgy in our services in the evening, follows immediately after the Micha Mocha. So all you have to do is take your Reform prayer book. I happen to have Mishkan Tefillah here. And you can simply do the Shema, the V'ahavta, and the Hashkivenu. You don't even have to do it in Hebrew. You can just do it in English. We are taught in the Shulchan Aruch, the Guide to Jewish Spiritual Practice, that if it's better that you speak the words that you understand, then that's what you should do. You don't have to learn in Hebrew, though I do think that reciting in Hebrew is a very relaxing activity once you've learned it. But let me translate it for you. So you say the Shema, you say the V'ahavta, and then you say, "Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace and raise us up, our guardian, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel, and for your name's sake, be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our coming and our going to life and peace." Going to sleep and waking up, we've asked a guardian to watch over us. A lovely practice. Now, if you have Mishkan Tefillah at home, you will discover that on the same page as the Hashkivenu, there are two other evening prayers. You can use either one of those. If you're bored with the recitation of the same material over and over again, you can vary your personal spiritual practice. Also, if you happen to own the personal prayer book for the home, the doorposts of your house, there is a slightly different version of this to be found here. Now, there's one final element that I can suggest that you might want to learn and enjoy. Many of us are familiar with Debbie Friedman. Debbie Friedman gave us the lovely Mishaberach that we recite. Many of us sing her Micha Mocha. She has produced many, many songs. And she has done one specifically for the bedtime Shema. It is the song invoking the guardian angels, the angels of God's presence. The name of the four angels, Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, and Raphael. In the traditional bedtime Shema, we finish up the recitation by inviting those four angels to stand around us while we sleep, and we ask the divine presence to hover over us. So it is that angels, whether they be simple sheep or whether they be the mighty angels, they're kind of highfalutin from my perspective, but I'm lower on the hierarchy. You can invoke these ideas, these personifications of security and safety, and include them in your own practice. It's a lovely, simple, easy to do, easy to expand method of personal spirituality, and I think you should embrace it and enjoy it. It's one of the lovely traditional aspects of Jewish life, and it's an easy way to bring your Judaism to sleep with you, a way to relax, confident that you will thrive at night and thrive in the morning ahead. Of course, one needs an excellent pillow. As I like to say, the pillow is the anvil of Morpheus. So, lay your head upon a good anvil, say the Shema, relax, confident in the evening ahead and the morning that awaits us from there. All blessings to you, and I hope you have wonderful evenings, wonderful mornings, and that God watches over you as you go forth and as you come in from this time forth forever.